right? You don't fear things you understand.
Right.
Is that safe to say? We don't fear things that we understand. We don't fear things we've done. We don't fear things that we know we can do, right? The only thing we fear is the unknown. We fear things we haven't done before. We fear things that in some side of us, we think we're going to get hurt. We think we're going to get injured. There's a fear around anything we've never done before. And then sometimes a fear is instilled around things we have done before because we got hurt at some point. Does that make sense? Has anybody ever tried to make a lot of money before and not done it?
I would say a lot of money in my head at the time.
Right? Like you've given it a shot for a lot of money and didn't hit that goal. Right? That's real. That happens to us. So sometimes in life we make rules in our head and we say, well, I tried and it didn't work out. So and it was embarrassing because I told everybody I was going to go after it and it didn't work out. And so now I'm not going to do that again. I'm not telling anybody. Which the subconscious mind knows, well, guys, as children, we know that the secret to success is tell people what we're doing. Right? We know that. Deep down, like as a kid, as soon as they want something, hey, I want that. And then they just go after it, right? And for us as adults, it's kind of annoying sometimes because we're like, oh, hold on, no, that's not an option today. But they don't see that. Mm-hmm. You pick up a kid, you put them here, right back to where they want to be. Instantly. As if nothing happened. Do it constantly, until they hurt themselves. Until they hurt themselves, and then they're like, well, I just pinched my finger in that drawer, I'm not going back there, right? And it's the craziest thing. So as kids, as adults, as teens, as entrepreneurs, we get into a situation where something small hurt us, pinched us, but we're like, whoa, I set a goal to make a lot of money, and the goal of make a lot of money hurt me. Whether people made fun of me, whether people were suddenly didn't want to be around me, or felt uncomfortable, or I was ostracized from the group, or something that you did actually ended up making you lose more money. So it's like, oh my God, that was terrifying, right? Has anybody ever gambled before? Been to the casino and you're like, I'm gonna put $10 in here, and some of you ballers put $1,000 in there, and I know. But I did it once. So I was in Vegas. I'd been in Vegas for 3 months. Okay, if I tell a little story about my fear situation? All right, this is how I got over it. This is how I got over the fear of gambling. Because I went as a kid. I remember I went and I bought $10 worth of scratch tickets. Every single one of them lost except for one, and it was $1. And I remember thinking that was a terrible ROI. I was 18 years old, first time I bought scratch tickets, never bought scratch tickets again, never gambled again. Because instantly I was like, oh my God, this is the worst decision ever. Like, this just doesn't work, right? And gambling to me, early on, I just did the math. I was just told, like, the math is terrible, here's what it is. And all of my friends, though, when I was in Vegas, like to gamble. They fly in, they like to gamble. And so to be friendly with them, I go out with them, but like, yeah, I don't know how to do that, right? And it wasn't until somebody told me, it's like, dude, the point is not to win. The point is to play the game and just see what happens, right? Just see what happens. Have no effect either way, whether you win or you lose. Just have no effect in the game. It wouldn't affect you, right? When you emotionally can go in, put $100 on the table, lose $100, and you're like, dude, that was freaking awesome, right? When you can say that was fun, then you've gotten your experience out of it. And when you walk away with money, you say, that was fun, and I walked away with money, it has no effect on you, right? It's just a story to tell. He said the reason most people don't enjoy gambling is because they don't realize that this is not a way to make money. It's a way to just expend the experience. So until you can go in, and I do not encourage gambling. I think it's a complete waste of time, right? Just like I don't believe in watching junk TV and drinking alcohol excessively. I don't believe in these things. But what I can say is I went and I had to test the experience, right? I went and took a $100 bill. I dropped it in a slot machine. I put 100 on something. It lost, and I was like, that's what I expected. It didn't bother me, right? So you have to get past the pain or the fear that you might lose money. Alicia, I hope you're coming in. We're missing you right now. Get in here. So the fear, the pain points, like eliminating them. Being afraid of jumping on planes, being afraid of not having the bills that month. Like that fear of not having the bills that month is going to make not having the bills that month a reality for you, right? But if you have look, I may not have the bills that month, but I will not miss some next month, right? The grit, like we're in a business of sales. Some of the deals Ron and I do take years to close. Some of the stuff we do takes months to close. As agents, it takes months. right? As trainers, sometimes we don't see a student succeed until 4 years from now. These are year-long investments we're making, right? The business partnerships we're building right now, we're looking way into the future, right? These are long-term plays. So it's just a matter of like how badly do you want what you want? For me, $1 billion, I know no one who's done that. I literally know no. So I've got to level up my people, right? I'm telling you guys constantly, level up your people, level up your people. I've got to level mine up. I'm not a billionaire right now. That's an issue for me, right? I'm aiming for a goal. I haven't talked to anybody who's hit it, right?
That's because you'll be the goal.
I intend to be the goal, but the only way I'm getting there is I got a whole bunch of other people pulling me up.
Yeah.
Right? It's the only way. I'm telling you guys the same stuff. Like I have the same things I'm preaching because we're in the same spot, right? We're in the same spot, just different percentages, or same percentages, different dollar amounts, right? We're constantly resetting. There's no happiness in success. I promise. It's only reward for seeing what you're building, like seeing people do well. That's the reward. So the why is important. The dollar amounts don't matter. So when we say, why don't I have $10 million? Because I haven't set the target. Be real with yourself. You didn't set the target, that's why. Right?
Yes.
It's not fear.
Totally.
You didn't even consider it. Right?
Yep.
Marsh?
Yeah.
Right?
No, you're right, absolutely.
Right? It's not fear. It's not procrastination. It's not a lack of ability. It's not a lack of options. You just haven't set the target.
Right.
Right? And then you didn't look at the target and say, okay, practically, how do I do this? All right, even me this morning on my way in, I'm constantly fighting whatever it is that is me, right? That inside is constantly a battle. It's constantly a battle, whether it's, why did I make my bed this morning? God damn it, I'm making my bed right now, right? like you walk by and you're like, oh, and it's just this constant battle with yourself until you're like Ron and you just roll out of bed and the bed makes itself, right?
You make it before you get out.
Yeah. Oh, you make it before you get out. That's a secret.
Amy tries to do that, like, sleep on the outside. So she's like tucking herself out, and then she gets to me and she's like, and so like jumps over me, like it's like all made up to me.
So my ex-wife used to do the same thing. She'd like make her side of the bed.
I've never seen that. I was like, what?
Yep.
I do that around my dog.
My brother's the same way. My brother, like, he'll make the bed. He'll leave the bed, make the whole bed, and like his girlfriend will still be there. Like, she's made into the bed. But he did his part. Right? He's like, I'm not gonna let your laziness have any effect on my life, right?
Most guys don't care though.
No, but my brother's very systematic. He's always been that way. And even like growing up, like he was the systematic one, and I was more of the, don't worry, bro, we're just gonna sleep in the bed again later. Like, I don't know why yours is all nice. And I'd be in bed later and be like, look, we look the same right now. But it's not about that, right? He was getting that reward of, I accomplished something, and then when he gets home later, he gets to the room and he's like, man, like, a boss, right? The bed's made already. And for me, I get home and I'll be like, that's about right.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different level.
It's ready to be jumped into.
Different level. Yeah. And one of the most fascinating pieces, my brother does backflips for a living, right? For a living, not only does he do backflips, he teaches people who have no right doing a backflip because they've got no experience how to do backflips. I've seen overweight people, I've seen old people, I've seen kids doing backflips because that's what Josh teaches them. That's what he does well, right? And what he tells me is the secret to doing the backflip is you gotta believe it's possible. Like that's it. Like that's his secret sauce. He's like, you need two things. One, you gotta know how to do it. And then two, believe it's possible. Because you can know how to do it all day and still have that in your head. And so the secret, well, the question is, well, how do you get to believing it's possible? Right? Because watching somebody do it does not make you believe.
Mm-hmm. Clearly,
right? You've seen people backflip. If I told you the idea is jump straight up as high as you can, tuck, and then bend backwards. Like all it is a jump up and a tuck, and then
can you do
spot your landing. Yeah.
Cool.
Not without a ball pit, right? Not without a foam pit.
Yeah.
But I have no fear, and I could do it here, but I wouldn't land because I haven't practiced.
Mm-hmm.
That's secret sauce number 3, right?
Yeah.
But the first one is it's not knowing how, because that's what we teach all the time, right? And you guys are all here for Get the Money, right?
Mm-hmm.
So at Get the Money, what did I tell you? I'm going to teach you some skills. I will teach you some hows, but it's mostly mindset, because that's the secret, right? Getting through to yourself, getting through your subconscious mind that you're able to do it. What's up, Scott? Garrett, how you doing, brother? Sorry, man. So getting through your mind that it's possible is more important than getting the skill set into your head, right? Because if I told you a backflip's possible, you just keep trying until you figured it out. That's how it was originally figured out, remember? Somebody at some point was just like, this must be possible, and continued to practice until execution. So somebody first has the belief, then they get the skill. Does that make sense? Now, I'm not saying that I'll ever stop teaching skills, because I find that skills draw people in. And it's a necessity in the training arena. It's a necessity in the real estate arena as investors. When you're training your investors, what are the first questions? How do I do this? Where do I get the money? How do I do it? Or how do you evaluate a deal? How do I know if this works? How do you manage tenants? What do you do if there's an eviction? What if they don't pay?
Mm-hmm.
It's all what ifs and hows, right? But with the I'm gonna get it, do it no matter what, with the belief that they can do it, yeah, they go and close. The people with the questions are not always the one closing. Once they know why they do it, the questions kind of just answer themselves. Does that make sense? Right? Mm-hmm. Now, asking questions means that you're looking to validate a lot going on. And so you have to, ask the questions, obviously, right? Because you're believing on what you're doing. You're validating now every step along the way because you're doing it. And that's the key. So the questions, when in training, are key. They're paramount. But somebody with a lot of questions, it's a sign that there's somebody with an issue inside. They're trying to validate their belief system. Does that make sense? We all know. We've all been there. We've all asked a few questions, right? I ask questions constantly. I'm always asking questions. I'm sitting there just hoping for answers, asking questions, like pulling in, because I'm constantly growing to the next level. So I get it. You guys are growing. That's why questions are being asked, right? So that's it. Understanding the main purpose as to why you're doing it, setting a goal and believing it's possible, that's the secret. So third step. My brother, to teach you how to flip, will first tell you anybody can do it. He'll explain there's a fat guy who's 250 pounds doing flips right now, right? And he'll show you the video. All psychological warming up, right? So getting the stretch. And then he'll tell you these are the steps. He knows you're not paying attention, so he'll go over them again. He'll then give you an example of a flip. He'll do a flip himself, right? Ironically, in our industry, flip, like taking a house, making it worth more, and then selling it, is also called a flip, right? And I'd say that the amount of effort, thought, work involved to get there, probably very similar. Does that make sense? Fair to say? Mm-hmm. Anybody done a flip before? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like doing a backflip, right? It may be even a series of backflips. Dude. My brother will do a backflip on command. Like, that's how he rolls. But I will not. I haven't practiced in a long time. And that's one of those pieces. Backflipping, you gotta warm up. You gotta practice. You gotta make sure you get back into it before you go and you're just dropping them all the time, constantly. My brother can put them down anywhere. Pavement, doesn't care where he is. He'll do a backflip anywhere. Be on a dance floor, a slippery dance floor, he'll still do it. Because he knows how he's gonna land. He knows, he's done it so many times, super consistent. And if he messes up, he knows how to land. He knows how to fix that, right? Because practice. Now, how does he get you from the point of seeing it, understanding it, not quite believing it, because you can only believe it once you've seen it in your head, you doing it. How does he get you to believe? Anybody have a guess? He doesn't necessarily hold your hand, but
Just do it.
he'll put his hand right in the small of your back and say, jump up and I will flip you. Right? Just jump up and I will flip you. That's his conversation with them. He puts his hand right here at the back and says, jump up and just flip. Right? And I swear, it's the craziest thing. He does absolutely nothing. but his hand's there. You believe he's going to flip you, and you flip. It's nuts. It's absolutely does nothing. Just and because you're like, oh, he's gonna make sure it all works out, right?
Yeah, but now that I know this, it's not gonna work, man.
That's the power of the mind. That right there is the point. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. And that's exactly the response I want. Yeah. That is the power of the mind. Oh, now that I know that it's all in my head, now it's not gonna work. Exactly. That's the insanity. It's all in your head, right? Deciding how much you want, deciding what you deserve, deciding what you're going to get, it's all up here. There is everywhere across the planet what you want. Somebody has it, probably dozens of people have it. The less you want, the more people have it. Right? I was talking about raising private capital with one of my students yesterday, and he was like, yeah, I need like 15,000. I was like, that's an easy one. 15,000 is held by a lot of people. I know broke people with 15,000. Right? Like 15,000 in the bank, that's easy money. 100,000 in the bank, there's less people with that. I'm not saying that the world is less abundant. There's just less people who believe they can hold 100,000 in the bank.
Right.
$1 million in the bank, there's just less people who believe they can hold it. Well, why? Right? But his point was, well, as soon as I said, I was like, no, trust me, the numbers are way easier and under 25,000. Under 25,000, a lot of people have that sitting in the bank. That number is realistic. Right? 10,000, 5. You need to go borrow $5,000. When I went through my divorce, that's how I got through the divorce. Hey, 5,000 here, 10,000 there. Right? Like, can I borrow this? Can I borrow this? Can I borrow this? Because I knew it was easy money. I knew that, like, if I went and asked for 25,000, I'd have a harder time than if I just went and asked for 5 or 10. Right? Like, that was just an awareness that, luckily, I had. Allison, how are you? Good to see you. So it was. So it's one of those elements, right? And I've walked you through a couple of steps using the backflip as a metaphor, but a lot of us are still gonna do our first flip, right? There he is. What's up, Randy?
Chilling.
And our clients are looking to do their first flips. Yeah, toss this over there. Cool. Our clients are looking to do their first flips. Our friends are looking to do their first flips. We're in a market where flipping still makes sense. It really does. I'm flipping a couple of properties right now. I'm flipping a lot of property right now. A lot to me, small to some of my buddies, right? And a lot to maybe you guys if you've not done a flip yet, or if you've only done a couple. Maybe we're looking at doing 6 condo flips or 10 condo flips this year, and then adding on a couple of 3s and 2s. So like those, and they're just coming through right now. The deals are literally just coming through. And Ron and I had a conversation yesterday. We're having a hard time evaluating the deals. Right, just to speak, because we get 2 or 3 deals, it takes us 20 minutes to evaluate a deal. Now it's an hour, and we're getting them every day. So it's now an hour and a half a day that we didn't plan for. And so we're working on a system to evaluate our deals much faster, because there are. This is just us ramping up. We haven't even begun. Like, this is just us literally ramping up and starting to pull people in. Come on, Randy.
What's up, buddy?
I like the number, right?
I'm blessed.
This is the consistency.
And just get going.
So we were talking about the fear of success, right? And I asked him, I was like, why haven't you made it $10 million right now? And everybody had an answer, right? Andrew, what was your answer?
It was I don't believe that I can have it.
Don't believe it. Marshall, what was it? Didn't have the funds, and then it was fear, right?
Yeah.
Randy, $10 million in the bank right now. What is your reason?
Dealing with bullshit motherfucker. Well, I was gonna go the wrong way.
That wasn't even 10. That was $1 million, right?
Just putting it together. That's it. It just takes time to do 10 million. It really does. You gotta put a lot of pieces together. So.
Does it take time? Is it a lot of pieces?
What?
Or is it believing that's possible?
Oh, it's definitely fucking possible. You want me to tell me the truth? Yeah, it's just bad fucking business deals over the last couple of years, bro. I'd already be at 10 million. You want me to be real when I was gonna go in? Motherfuckers like yesterday. I'm having to go pick up thousands from people.
Right now.
Yeah, exactly. Don't get me started. I can't get going.
This is the wrong person
I'm
to
so
ask
mad
right
today. I've already been in 2 meetings today. They're bringing it out of me, bro, and I'm just trying to keep quiet because I'm trying to do headlocks.
This is perfect for you here too, right? Because we know it's possible.
Oh yeah.
We know it's possible. We know that. So the steps we were talking about backflips. Right? Have you ever done backflip?
Yeah, on my bike, and then I can't do them. The funny thing is, I will not try one like.
Standing.
Yeah, I'm so afraid to do them.
But on the bike,
even
yes.
into a pool.
You're
Yeah.
pretty tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Alright.
I've them on my bike, yeah.
Trampoline. Do it on a trampoline first.
Oh,
Still
feels better.
scared.
Yeah.
I swear to God. And I used to, and then we'd had this this bike thing to set up on the trampoline to practice, and I wouldn't do it on the trampoline with my bike, but I launched my bike and done it like off a ramp.
I
Like,
would have
it's
put
like
my
it's just a
money on
mind
you
thing.
doing
It's all mind,
backflips
but that's
every
where he's
day.
going with it.
Yes.
That's why I'm grateful I rode my bike because it's a big mindset thing.
That's one of the elements,
Yeah.
right? So it's the belief that it's possible. That's one step. Then it's the technique, knowing how to do it. And what you were just
Using the
telling me,
right one is what I should say.
yeah. What you were just telling me is technique.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, this didn't happen. This didn't happen.
Yep.
That's technique.
Yep.
Right. And then time and setting up the right deal. A lot of moving pieces again is technique.
Structures and technique, right?
Right.
Is what you're saying.
And then believing it's possible. You believe it's possible. Believing it's possible for you is sometimes the issue, right?
Mhm.
We know it's possible for other people, but sometimes for us, maybe it's maybe
When you
it's
go in
something-
and out of it, you wave in and out of it.
Right.
You know?
It's
Yeah.
that mindset of, oh, do I deserve it? Have I
Yeah.
earned it? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not that detail oriented, so maybe I can't hold all these many moving pieces.
100%. I've been there.
Right?
Yeah, been there.
And those are the reasons people with so much potential, so much capacity, sometimes fall back out of it. Right? Myself included. Right? The demons are the same. Right?
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
And one of the keys to staying in it is saying, how do I do it? How do I do it? How are these people doing it? Hanging out with people who've done it, like hanging out with those. For me, I'm looking for billionaires now. We're looking for billionaires, right?
Yeah.
For anybody looking to get to the million, hang out with the millionaires. Like, how do you do it? And understanding their mindset. So I had one of my students come down. She lives in Boston. She came down for the weekend. She ended up staying with me. She was tailing us all over the place, right? And at the end, you know what she told me, Randy? So like that conversation with you and Randy, like that was nuts.
Oh, Sandra?
Sandra.
Sorry, I wasn't even paying attention a little bit.
Yeah, it's alright. You remember?
You were saying you were in a comment, you were in a ride, and then. Okay,
Yep.
sorry.
So she said, as I was dropping her off at the train station, she's like, "Wait, it's absolutely insane how you guys think. Like, there's no negativity. There's no, oh, this didn't work out. I guess it's not gonna happen. It's this didn't work out.
Yeah.
What about this? Have you tried this? Let's give that a shot. Well, this doesn't work. Okay, let's go try this out. Like, let's move. Like, okay, this stacks to the next level, right? And she was with me for 48 hours. She's like, you don't stop. Like, you don't stop. It just, you're reading a book, you're writing something down, you're in meetings. She's like, I can't believe the meetings you run. Right, it's all day. You know, everything is, we're on a call, and it's back and forth.
Round the clock.
And she's like, all you do is think about success. I was like, well, yeah. I mean, how do you think I got out of the mindset that I was, right? Like, it's this never-ending, you've got to make it, there's a way to do it, somebody has the skills, how do we attach to them, how do we keep moving forward, and making sure that along the way, none of that wavering is happening, right? It's got to happen, of course.
Yeah, it's natural.
But the idea is, stop it. Just stop it.
Course correction.
Course correct. You know, it's
Course
choppy
correction.
up there in the air when you're flying. That doesn't mean you just, oh, well, I guess, a little turbulence, we're going down. No, we're just going to go a little higher. It got choppy here, go higher, right? If you're pushing to be successful, and you're pushing hard, and it's getting tough, you're hitting a friction point, aim for more money.
Yeah.
Just aim for more.
Deadass,
Just
yeah,
go up
deadass,
further up.
Deadass.
Like, change the people around you, adjust where you're at, because you can't make it where you are. You can't make it all the way in turbulence. The plane will fall apart,
Yeah.
right? You've got to get to a different place. And how do we do that? We change the habits that we have every day. We change the locations that we're in. We change the people that we're around. And we change our mindset. We aim for more, right? When you shift and you aim for more, you will attain more, right? Has anybody watched The Secret? Excellent. So The Secret, right? Have you read Science of Getting Rich yet?
No, I have not.
I know, because I'll get my phone blowing up as soon
It's
as
you'll
you're
get the updates.
I will
You'll get
know.
updates right when I get to it. I did pull it up. It's getting close.
All right, I'm gonna do a whole training where I just like let that thing fly, just to get it, just to get it.
Everybody come here and listen to this. That's it.
Yep, like
So
that's
funny.
what I'm gonna have to do it.
Yeah.
I'm seeing that now, right? Have you read it?
Funny.
Come on, why are my champions not on the?
I just
I got it on my phone. It's
I'm
on my
reading,
list.
like,
It's on my
3 books
YouTube
right
thing.
now.
It's
I
there.
I've
It's
got-
close. It's
I have
close.
very important ones I'm reading at the moment.
I'm just in a die-hard
Dude,
path
I
right
can't
now, so I'm
start
not even
another
looking
one.
at any books.
I'll be doing
any-
behavior
I'm
today,
not even
though, so I'll
listening to
start Science to
music.
Get
It's
Rich
like,
today.
All
I'm total
right.
mindset
All right.
right now,
Finish
so I
behavior
can't take
is
on the
great
book
book.
and say.
Okay, so here's the thing. You've heard me say the foundational 5. My team has heard me say the foundational 5. And yet, I have 4 of my champions have not gone through the whole list.
Listen.
So I guess don't be so hard on yourself.
So funny.
It's all right. So the element that gets you there is really setting what you want.
Yeah.
Just really, really, really set it, and then whatever it takes to fake it till you make it. Everybody's seen my fake money, right? You want to pass me a stack of 10 grand over there?
Let me get you the real stuff.
So, yeah, man, bring me the real stuff. I'm ready. Bring it through. So, the reason we do this, the reason this is around my house, and I just redid my closet. So, I was like, is it okay if I tell you a personal story?
Sure.
All right. So, I've
That's
been...
all we're doing right now.
Right. It's true. I've been habitually single for like 3 years. I have love.
That's fucking hilarious. I've done the same thing.
It's been a good 3 years, right?
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. It's so funny.
It's like girl comes in, then girl goes
Yeah,
out.
it's like, no, they're saying, no, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
And I started listening to The Secret, and as the relationship chapter came up, because I'm like, oh, I know this stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
Relationship chapter comes up, and she says, I realized I was parking in the middle of my garage, right?
Yep.
I didn't have space
Yeah.
for my
Yeah.
perfect partner to park their car. So she like cleared out her garage, now made space, she started parking on her side. And then she went and she noticed she slept in the center of her bed,
Yeah.
right? I was at Ron's house the other day. Dude's only got one pillow.
Leave me out.
I was like, well, that explains a lot, sir.
That's so funny.
So for me, I was like, so I like a lot of girls. That's one thing, right? And I don't know that one girl would actually be enough. So I'm like, in my head, I want 2. So I'll go a little extreme.
Yeah.
I know. Sorry, Marsha. I know.
She's like, what the
judgment. She's like,
What the hell kind of
get
training is this? Well done.
Yeah. But the
I'm
point
with you,
is,
Tony.
go extreme. Go for what you want, right? I may go there and find out this is not what I want. But the point is, I looked at my closet. Walk-in closet. A dude's walk-in closet. And I was like, so a girl left something at my house. And I go to put it in my closet. I'm like, there's absolutely no place for this one item. One item. No place whatsoever. I'm like, well, my living room, nope, not there. Bedroom, definitely not there. And then I get to the closet, I'm like, the closet's where I keep things.
Yeah.
And I looked around. Now I have
So Portuguese.
about $200,000 worth of this in my closet, stacked nicely on top of a table, with gold coins, with a Buddha, with a Fiji water, because Fiji water's fancy. And like there's a hotel ticket. It was a key card to a hotel. I spent $500 for the hotel that one night in Boston. I was like, dude, I'm just remembering this lavish lifestyle I was living, right?
Yeah.
So I keep it there just to remember how awesome that hotel room was and that night was. And I'm looking at that, I'm like, I got room for this. I got room for this here. And I'm looking, there's no room for a girl in my life. Like, absolutely no room. Yeah.
Dude, Bob Proctor's in that secret thing, and his whole thing with that is, like, if you want a new couch,
Yeah.
go home and throw yours away right now.
That's it.
And you'll go get another couch. And I swear, for me, being like fast paced, it works. Doing shit
Yeah.
that like make sure to like make a movement of it. Yeah.
Same with my living room. My living room is
all the shit
not.
you're talking about, same shit. Yeah.
My living room is not comfortable. It was not like entertainable.
Yeah.
Right. You were at my house the other day. There's now another couch in my house. Like there's like a
Dude,
day
my
bed.
apartments,
right?
my buddies used to make fun of me. Same shit. I'd have like a fucking desk, a shitload of books and paperwork everywhere, and just in my bed. That's it. And then my boys would come over. I was like, dude, what the fuck, bro? Like,
Right.
Nothing in there. No furniture. There'd be like my dog's beds, whatever. And I just ran like that. So I just focused on business. I wasn't looking at other stuff. But yeah.
And that's
hilarious.
the piece, the intentions, right?
Yeah.
So I'm continuing through, and I was like, well, this is not acceptable. This is unacceptable, right? So it's not even fair, right, to the universe, because I'm a great guy. So I was like, I gotta fix this shit. So I go and I clear off one whole side of my closet. I get really smart,
Well,
and I
what
start
was doing this weekend.
organizing. That's what I did. I swear to God, this is my weekend, right? So I organize. I set up a whole other set of racks that are empty on that side,
For you ladies.
Yes,
Nice
and I made sure that all my clothes are organized because now other people might see them, right? By the way, let me tell you how awesome shirts look when they go from gray all the way through the red, the yellow, the green, the blue, the black.
Dress shirts, t-shirts, and
This looks.
I
I
do
mean,
some
it's
shit.
like
It's
this
funny.
long. It looks tight. All the vests here, all the
Yeah.
suit. Oh, I was like, I'm just so proud of me right now.
Oh my God.
This
Really
is like
closets.
the prettiest closet I've ever looked. Thank you, future girl.
So funny.
And it's one of those elements. That's relationships. So it got me thinking. You know, it got me thinking like, what is the team doing right now in their money lives to say, hey, this is making room for the money, right? A cup cannot. When the cup is filled, you cannot put more in, right? When you want to make $1 million worth of money, you can't put it into a $10 bank account. Does that make sense? $1 million doesn't fit in a $10 bank account. Here's the problem. A bank account could be whatever size you want. It's why not fat people, people who are physically challenged with sugar, and here's the deal.
Been hanging around with too many fucking Democrats.
Here's the deal. Yoga pants? I own a pair. In Vegas, I had to buy a pair to go on stage.
Buy a pair?
It was an event I did. It wasn't Vegas. I was in Orlando. It was Train the Trainer. When they taught us how to speak and do the trainings, they had to put us into a very uncomfortable position.
Oh Jesus Christ!
No, you're doing yoga pants.
Yo,
on
I wore
stage?
yoga pants
That's
on
I
stage.
think, yeah, no, I'm not doing it.
I know, you know LMFAO, right? Party rock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I got the wig on. I got the cut off. Right. It says like, send it or whatever. And yoga pants. And I got out there and I rocked the whole thing.
Yeah.
The whole time.
That's what's
Just
up.
to get with 150 people around me.
Got yourself
On stage with the lights.
Yeah, that's dope.
Terribly uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But here's what I learned about yoga pants. One size fits all. Right? Swear to God, I went to the store and I'm like, okay, so which size for a guy about my size? Like, yeah, no, that everybody fits them. I was like, what? I was like, yeah, you put them on.
Super stretch.
Yeah, they just expand to whatever size. The problem is when clothes expand for you. Anybody have a pair of jeans that are like you recognize that you don't fit them anymore because they're pretty rigid? Well, they don't always make those jeans anymore. Now they have flex jeans, right? I have a pair of those. You can do backflips in those too. But here's the deal: a rigid pair of denim tells you your condition, right? It tells you your size, tells you your shape, right?
Yeah.
A flexible pair does not. You're like, still fits, perfect. I know I'm a size 52, but they don't know. My parents haven't figured it out yet. And so as you're going through life, you've got your money in a bank account. And a bank account is flex jeans, right? It's flex pants, it's yoga pants. It doesn't know that you don't have enough in there, right? There's no pain point. Right, when I started saving money, I used to put my money in the bonds. And the bonds told me at $5,000, you can't put any more in here. I knew I was hitting something. I knew there was like, oh wow, I need a bigger product now. Everybody is going straight to the big product. As if they got the $1 billion to throw in there. This making sense?
Yo.
Stacking money in the big product before you're like, the capacity is too big with your understanding is too small. Right? So it's one of those elements of, put the money into small investments that max out that investment and then roll to bigger investments. Get annoyed with the low return, but don't just jump to the big return with small funds, right? Maximize every single dollar. Get the dollar. If you have 10,000 sitting in the account and it's not making you money, that's because you don't understand how to make small money. How would you ever understand how to make big money? Does that make sense? Right? Like if you can't work with small stuff, why would you be trusted with big stuff? Oh, it's not big enough for me. Well, when is it big enough for you to actually go play? Right? When are tasks important enough for you to actually go play? Right? And that's how my relationships have been. Like, very seriously, I'm like, I can attract girls. I have no problem. I could keep them if I really wanted to. I know this. But it's been, I let the environment be uninhabitable, right? Me personally, I'm like an oasis. But my house was like the Sahara Desert. It was like the Vegas desert, right? And if you've ever been to Vegas, on the Strip, it's cool. But you look out there and you know that like Death Valley is in that direction, right?
Yeah,
Like look, Death Valley
Don't
literally
head out,
is out
yeah.
there.
Stay in the
Nothing
sun.
survives.
Yeah.
So it's about creating a habitable space for your money to stay in. A space so nice that the money's like, ooh, keep me right here, right? I have jars in my house. When the jars, I throw coins in, right? Every day I toss coins in or toss dollar bills in. It's a small habit that I learned from the book Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. Who's read it? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Highest of fives, Randy.
Yes, yes.
Coach Brady. Ahead of the
You guys
rest.
all suck. You read it?
In that book, he talks about the financial instruments, like why you gotta practice small, like start small,
Yeah.
little dollar amounts.
Yeah.
And I do have the financial freedom jar, right? Boom, every day I put money in it, every day. A couple of coins, a dollar, whatever it takes, something's going in there every single day. When the jar fills up, it lets me know I'm out saving the capacity of the jar, right? I take it out, I never leave the jar empty. I toss a couple quarters in there because I know more's coming, right? Just remind the jar that, hey, bring more in, right? That's feng shui. That's kind of a combination. You never empty it all away. But I have a jar right now. It's overfilled, and I start tossing on my plant. I got a little fake plant on the side there, and I am like, I am like the top. So I start tossing all the coins in there. So now that looks nice, and that's starting to get overfilled. Right? It's a metaphor. It's a metaphor for so much coming in that it overfills. And you're constantly getting new jars. Don't let the money overflow though, right? So it's one piece where you have these small instruments, financial instruments, where you're figuring out how to put the money in and it's getting a good return. But when it gets to the point where you can't fit in that instrument anymore, like when I capped out on bonds, I realized, well, I need a better instrument because I've still got the flow coming in, and the government won't let me buy another bond. They only let me buy 5,000 a year. That's how, I think it was E-bonds or I-bonds, something like that. They used to give a good return, it was 5% or, yeah.
Yep.
This was early on in my day, right? And so I shifted over to looking at stocks, looking at real estate, like different places I could put my money to make sure it kept going. And I found that stocks are a great option if you know what you're doing. I like REITs, I like real estate investment trusts because they pay me back every month. I can go buy one share of ARR, and every single month, I think ARR is at like $19 right now. Say you buy $100 worth of ARR, right? Every month it's a REIT. It's gonna drop 97 cents in your account. Cool, right? You have made your money make money. Every single month, that $100 is making $1, proving to yourself that you are a financial genius, right?
Yeah, you just gotta experience.
$100. I still have accounts. I have $100 in them, and I'm just getting little trickles, right? That
So I have
dollar.
small amounts of, I have
Super
crypto
dollar.
right now. I have like little amounts set up like that I just throw at.
You know what the problem with crypto?
Well, it's just, that's not
No
a good
dividends.
asset right now.
No
Exactly.
dividends. That's the problem with it.
Yeah.
It's not telling you that you make passive income.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I totally know what you're
You know
saying.
what I
I'm
mean?
using that as a
Yeah, and that's
to build that up.
It's
to do
an
that.
asset, and I do think that right now is actually a good time to buy crypto. It is.
Yeah, there's
Because
a couple
it's
that
lost its belief system. There's a lot out
Yeah.
there that. So it is if you understand it.
Yeah, it's just like the whole stock thing you said. I think the REITs are the way to go, like you were
Right.
talking about before. Yeah, 100%.
Because I like
Yeah.
passive income,
Yeah.
and I'm convincing you to get towards passive income as
Oh
well.
yeah, 100%.
Because
Yeah,
it's-
trust me. Yeah, I'm jumping on that.
It works way better.
Yeah, exactly. Trust me, I know. I know.
So, and here's the other thing: the REITs go up and down in value too.
Mhm.
My portfolio goes up and down. I have a section of it that's $3,000, right? And in that little $3,000, every single month for the past 6 or 7 months, it's brought back $30.
That's pretty cool.
Every single month, it's brought $30 back. It's
Could be
cool.
a freaking cell phone bill or something like that.
What's crazy is all the stocks are going down in value.
Oh, overall in the market.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But my portfolio is still worth $390,
Yeah.
$3,090.
It's attached to
Even
it,
though
just
all
that.
my stocks have gone down in value,
Yeah.
my portfolio is worth more than when I bought it. Does that make sense? Because it's just paying me.
Yeah.
It just keeps being like, whoops, we still got money for you though. Like, the rest of the economy doesn't believe in us, but we're going to pay you out because that's what we do. And it's the craziest thing. Like I look at it, and sometimes it goes up. Sometimes it goes up to 300. Like an extra $200 gets added in there when the stocks go up in the other direction.
Yeah.
Sometimes they go down. Here's the deal: you hold them long enough, they're out earning whatever the value of their asset itself is.
Yeah, what do their long-term trends look like?
Exactly.
A couple of years or something.
These are all 10 to 18% REITs, so they're making a good return. Now, REITs are boring when you compare them to a flip or a long-term hold. I know, I get it. But if you've got $2,000, $3,000, $1,000 sitting there, get in the business one way or the other. Get in the business of getting your money making money. Right, real money. And then read the stock reports. Read the shareholder reports. They have to send them to you. You're a shareholder now.
Yeah.
Right?
So
you wanna see how the big guys play?
That's so funny.
Right, look at the REITs. Like look at the shareholder reports, and then aim after that. Those are billionaires.
That's hilarious because I used to when I was
Right?
Yeah. It's just, yeah.
How do you make $1 billion in real estate? Set up a real estate trust.
Yeah.
Real estate investment trust. It takes $750,000 to start one. It's $1 million project just to start the REIT. But here's the deal with the REIT. It's the biggest loan you can take. Right? Everybody on the stock market is in debt. Every single company on the stock market is in debt. Do you know what stocks are? The sale of debt.
Yeah.
Literally, you buy a share, that's them borrowing the money.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You buy Coca-Cola, it means Coca-Cola has money to go make more Coke.
So yeah, they take a little mini loan so they can expand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what the stock market's all about. How you doing, Maria? What's up, brother? So these stocks of your life, where are they? Where are your funds? Where are they sitting? Is your money just sitting on the table in your house, or sitting in the bank doing nothing? And then you're like, when I get enough, I'm gonna go do a flip. When I get enough, I'm gonna go buy that rental property.
Made the mistake so many times with that
Right.
bullshit.
Right? When in reality, you get good at managing money, right? And it just starts making more money.
Yeah.
And you're stacking a little bit more. Eventually, you do have a $10,000 a month from your passive income.
Yeah.
And before you know it, because it's been added to a rental portfolio, it's been added to a business you built,
effect.
it's been higher levels, because no longer are REITs exciting, right? You're putting in a REITs and you're like, okay, like now I've got something bigger to go into, and I'm making $10,000 a month from this other business that I built, so I'm gonna start stacking my money into flips. I'm gonna start stacking my money into rentals, buying holds. Right? As you're getting your personal income up, you can now save more money. You can put it into bigger, badder projects.
Mm-hmm.
But in the beginning, if your income's down and you're only making $100 you can invest a month, then take that $100 every month and throw it into something that's an investment. Throw it into a REIT. If it's only $100, throw it into a REIT.
Mm-hmm.
Right? All the coins that I have, boom, into a stock. I just do it. There are 3 different ways to build financial freedom. It's a stock portfolio, it's a business, and it's real estate. The cheapest way in is a stock portfolio. The true cheapest way in, but the highest energy, is the business, right? The lowest energy, lowest entry point is stocks. Learn how to invest in real estate investment trusts. If you're a real estate investor, don't invest in a different type of stock. Invest in real estate. It's your industry. Learn it more. Read the shareholder reports. That's why they're there.
Good point.
To teach us how to get there. Right? I believe so anyway. I'm pretty sure that's why. They want to show us how they're profitable. You're showing us how you got profitable?
Yeah.
Cool. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to scale to. So be investing in the stock market. Be investing so you can have the conversations with your investors. Yeah, that's a great return. I'm getting 12%. Right? I'm getting 18%. I have a REIT that gets me 35%. Right? Dividend yield annually.
Yeah, you showed. Yeah.
Right? I've shown you guys,
Yeah,
right?
you showed me on your thing. Yeah.
It's nuts. Now,
so cool.
like
Did you get
those.
$100,000 in there or something? Do you know?
Yeah, I mean, well, it's a risky stock, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Yeah, I don't know the details of it. Yeah.
This one is they buy strip malls,
Oh yeah.
right? So they're all retail mall space,
Okay.
which is an industry right now that really has to shift quick, because Amazon's
Internet and all
wiping
that
it
kind
out.
of stuff. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
the
it's
big
one of
guys were
those
saying that.
industries that is a little rough,
Yeah.
and their P&L's looking kind of on the low side.
Oh yeah.
But either way, I got some money there because
Yeah.
it pays me.
Hopefully they make the good shift. You hear the big guys talking about, oh, you're gonna get the internet-proof retail space. You know.
Exactly. And they're making those shifts to get internet proof,
Yeah.
and that's. But
You
they're
always
doing it.
need brick and mortar. People are people. They like to be around each other.
Of course.
Yeah.
But that's one of the things. I only learned about it from reading their stock reports,
Yes,
their
yeah.
shareholder reports, right?
Huge point.
Like those are pieces that, without having access to the big guys and what they're doing, that's my closest way to get to billionaires right now.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Literally the closest way I can do it. I'm like, oh, all right, the guys
What are
won't
they
rates.
pumping out?
Perfect. So, if I could give you one thing, actually, let me see what the biggest takeaway is. What's the biggest takeaway so far?
Oh, that's
Read
a
that
good
book.
question, man. I need
Good
to read
point.
some books and
Good point.
just upgrade my mindset. I mean, it's definitely like a knowledge thing for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Going back to
Stay
the
fit.
first thing, the 10 million.
Yep.
Like I set a goal for next year, and then we discussed and figured out like the action steps to get there. So
Super
there's
simple.
no fear there. It's just I'm just doing stuff. I'm getting there.
Exactly.
So it's the
You
same thing with
do-
10 million.
You do 1 3-family a month. You're done. It's super simple. 1 3-family under agreement every single month. You already know you got there. You already know. The process is so simple. 1 3-family a month. It's done. Right? Me and Ron were talking about it yesterday. We're like, dude, like, maybe we should just do more 3-family flips. And the infrastructure is in place. We're working on the infrastructure to step up. It's almost
They're
double
great
what we're doing right
properties,
now.
man. They're great properties.
It is.
Yeah. It's crazy.
We just offloaded the condo project, so we know that is going to be managed appropriately all the way through.
Nice.
So now we don't have to worry the labor on that side. Now it's just, okay, we can actually go back to worrying about the labor on doing our flips again. And we're looking at doing double what we did 2 years ago. 2 years ago we did 6, so we're looking at doing 12 this year.
Nice.
I don't even know if Ron knows.
What?
Let's do 12 3-family flips in 2020. Done.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah. But the point is that once the systems in the background are all cleaned up, then why not? Right? Just run it. Just run the flow. So the biggest takeaway you took today, Marsha?
I am going to be setting goals because I'm terrible at that, but I need to work on that, and I will.
Ooh, terrible
I
at
know.
that. Need to work on that. What are the words here? Let's try it again.
I am going to be setting goals.
Okay. Today?
Oh, sure.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay. Huh?
I'm
Very
terrible
good.
about setting
You're gonna
goals.
read. Hey, if
I'm
you don't
not-
like goals, Brian Tracy needs to be your new best friend. His books.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he has. I mean, I can give it to you right now. He literally just says, write down your 10 goals. You want to put them in present tense with a date, and
Yep.
then let's say you have 10. Circle your main one. Flip that sheet over, rewrite that, and then write 10 to 20 ways. Force yourself to hit 20 ways that you could achieve that.
Nice.
Done. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just a fly by the seat of
Yeah.
my pants
Listen, I'm
kind of
telling you, I got
person
my
that goes
notepad.
with the flow.
You can check me
So-
on
I've never
it
been a
every day. I
goal
rewrite my
oriented
day every
person.
day. You got to do it. Ron.
So that
Every day.
is because you operate from other people. You care about other people. You operate from other people. So you're concerned about other people's goals. So you're goal oriented. You're just looking at their goals. That's all that is, right? So you surround yourself with people with big goals, and then you work towards getting those goals. Right? That's how you operate. That's okay, as long as their goals make you happy too. And if you find happiness in their goals, then just run them.
Bada bing.
Right?
Mhm.
And that's okay. As long as their goals are clear to you, you can hit them. So instead of setting your own goal, make sure you do. What do you want? Like what makes you happy and what fills your life, and set those goals. They're not always monetary goals. I have found that in my life, like a lot of the goals I hit that are monetary, I do it for you guys. Very seriously, because a lot of the money I just roll right back into the business. I'm not using it, right? It's really just to say I've gotten that so that I can have a higher level of training and authority in my arena, so you guys will have more belief in what you're own doing and your own selves. For me, my life is super simple. I can do it because I'm a great speaker, right? I'm a great persuader. I can pretty much get whatever I want that makes me happy in the moment. And so money has not been a thing I really needed or have to have. If I want to go hang out with somebody, if I want to go fly a plane, like a jet with somebody, I just got to go make friends with that person, get on the jet, and then we're good.
Dude, that's
It's super simple for me to live in life.
The whole
right?
thing in my 20s, bro. I just
Yeah.
dude. I was just exactly just using that same principle, dude.
Add
It's so
value, like barter, like
Yeah.
those are skills I
funny.
have.
So funny.
The financial ones, that's just, okay, like if I want to go get something like right now, money helps me do that.
Yeah.
And as soon as I decide what I want, I've always got the money sitting there to go get whatever I want, right? So that, like, that's a nice feature. But I would say set your goals based on what you want. Then work back the money side. Right, whatever you want, just aim for whatever you want.
Like architect your life, or would you say engineer your life or something?
Engineer, lifestyle architecture. Yes.
Lifestyle architecture.
Lifestyle architecture. So engineer your life to exactly what you want, and then just go get it. Right? What is this? What would your ideal day look like? Where do you want to live? Who do you want to be around? What business do you want to build? What lifestyle do you want to have?
Because when I took off from here young, that's exactly what I did, but I didn't know I was doing it. But
of course you were.
And it was
right.
like that my life was just total different trajectory, and you get off that. It's like what Andrew said too. It's just now he's just like, oh, I got the steps. I just gotta maintain belief and run. You know, just do it. You know, it's like it's so hilarious when you break it down. It's funny.
That's one of the values to be in this group, right? Because we're all doing the same thing.
Yeah,
so we're all like,
Yep.
yes, let's do it. Let's do it. The key is to know your whys. Know why you're doing it. Because if it's just a monetary goal, it's so difficult to hit. Just you'll feel it's fighting you constantly if you're just going after a monetary goal.
Yep.
When that goal means something on the other end, now like you may not need the money to get there.
Exactly.
It's so crazy, right? Like we're doing $1 million condo. None of that cash is mine. I didn't have to earn that in order to get the condo going. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right, so it's one of those pieces where everybody believes they've got to earn all the money, they've got to do all this stuff before they go to the next level. It's like, well, what do you actually want?
Mm-hmm.
Aim for that. You may find half of that stuff you get for free, just by changing who you hang with.
Such a good point.
Right?
Such a good point.
Like I've always said, like I don't want to own a boat. I'd love to have friends with boats, right? And like I have a lot of friends with boats. Like, why would I ever need to buy one? Bro, you going out on the boat this weekend? You going out on the boat this weekend? Who's going out on the boat this weekend, right? Put them all in the group chat. Who's going out on the boat?
Yeah.
Big boat party.
Talk for hours on how that works.
I'll bring some beer in.
Yeah.
And when you really start looking at what your actual lifestyle has to be like, your true happiness, do you have time for the gym? Do you have time for the people you want to be around? Who are the people you want to be around? Where do you want to be? How do you want to be vacationing? What kind of business do you want to run? Right? You start really looking at that, and whatever that looks like, you just run after it. If there's a monetary figure to it, there are many ways in this industry that we can make it. Wholesaling, agency, flipping, holding, renting, lending. There's so many different ways just within referring out, so many different ways within our model to make the money when money is an issue. Or when money is the easiest way for you to transact something. You don't want to go build a relationship and it'd be easier to throw down $5,000 right now? Perfect. Then here's how you do that, right? There's a lot of channels for us to make that income. Coaching, right?
Mm-hmm.
Training. There's so many different levels in this business to just make money. So you find that when you know what you actually want, then you can set a dollar amount around it. Then the dollar amount actually makes sense, right? Then it actually makes, like Ron and I, like he has always been a $40,000, $45,000 person. I've been a $40,000, $45,000 person. That's our living expense. It doesn't take more than that for us, right? That leaves us money to save. We've always been savers, right? So that's one of the things we get along on is like we totally get like living at this lifestyle, perfectly cool with us, right? That's why everything gets to go back into business. That's why the business is constantly growing and expanding, because we're like, yeah, I'm good, yeah,
chilling.
Like this is the max life that we need, and we always find ways to get whatever we want, and it all comes to us. Even got in a car accident, he ended up making money, right? Because he was willing to outwork. Make sure he did the logistics to make sure that he got his car fixed the right way back on the road. And so it doesn't matter. Like there's always a way to do it. It's just a matter of you deciding
it's like
the life you want to live.
In the podcast or whatever else.
Yeah.
Talking about that, yeah. Such a good point.
Right? Like you want the podcast, great. Let's do it. Cash Flow Kings, there they are. What's up, brother? Nice. So with that said, right. What is your biggest takeaway?
Today, stay focused.
Focus.
Yeah, just
Focus
stay
is
focused.
power.
Yeah, keep going on the micro tasks like you were talking about. Yeah.
Nice.
Keep chipping away.
Lise?
The people. You can't really, if you have people that are all the naysayers, and they're in your family, friends, every time you
feel that, you have to be around the right people.
Get rid of the naysayers. There's nobody in your life that you couldn't remove. There's not a single person in my life I couldn't remove if they became
a couple
negative.
weeks ago, I was like,
Right.
why am I hanging around with this kid? I was just,
Ow.
I was just telling him that a couple
Ow.
weeks ago.
Even
Three more.
if
You
Ron
get all
tomorrow,
excited and then
if my
just
business
bring
partner
it
tomorrow
down.
started being a negative Nelly, right, for like chronically, because we all have our days, or although Ron is like pretty much immune to it. But if anything happened, he and I have a plan where we could get out of it. And we either pay each other out, or we set up a payment plan, or we just split the business and we sell everything, all the assets are liquidated. Like, it's super simple. Or somebody else buys him out or buys me out, right? There's a way, there's no relationship in your life today that you couldn't replace.
Mm.
There's not a single one.
Mm-hmm.
So don't ever say I have to be with them. Like, being with you guys is my choice. I love you guys, right? Working with Ron is my choice. That's the greatest opportunity I've ever had, right? Know that if these relationships are changeable, any relationship's changeable. I could never speak to my parents again tomorrow. If that was necessary, I would do it. It wouldn't matter to me. Right? If they became, like, I do. I speak to my parents. I love my dad, right? I see him all the time. And my mom, love my mom, although I'm thankful for the distance that we have sometimes. Just keep those deals coming, brother. Keep those deals coming.
Love this guy.
And but that distance I created because it was a healthy balance. There's just like a healthy balance that had to be there, so I'd still love her, and like that balance is what I found. So trust me when I say, like, nobody's stuck there.
Mm-hmm.
You can remove anybody just by the thought of removing
Done
them.
it well the last couple of years, man. Done really well.
Yes.
Sealed off.
Just-
That's it. See you later.
And
And now when I'm around all you guys, sometimes I'm having to seal off. I'm like, holy shit, I'm around people too much. It's like fucking, you know?
It's one of
you want
those-
the peace.
it's not even about sealing them off, it's about getting in the rocket ship and launching. They can't follow you.
I didn't want to say seal me off, you know what I'm saying?
Seal,
That's
yeah.
still-
Yeah.
You're just going to get focused into it, you know?
You get focused.
Yeah.
When you're flying, again, you use the flying
Yeah.
metaphor, it's hard for people to catch up. It's hard for the wrong people to be there. If you're flying in formation, it's because you're going to the same place,
Yeah.
right? If we're all together in the same rooms, doing the same things, moving together, then like we're putting effort in going in that direction.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
that's
You
what
guys
you
are all
want, people
players.
putting effort into the situations.
You ever see the Blue Angels?
Oh, the planes?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
They're
down
like-
in Florida, dude. They went into the...
Yeah, that's
It's
pretty
nuts.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They're like literally
races
side
in
by side,
Tampa.
right?
That shit's badass.
That's intentional.
That's true.
Yeah, exactly.
It's intentional. They see each other. They know how to get to where each other's at.
Yep, they know. Blah, blah, blah.
Right? They're going in the same direction. They're moving together. So
It's huge.
that's one of the elements that
So key. So key.
you just. It's not that you're blocking anybody off.
Yeah, exactly. That's
You're
what
just
I said.
you got in the plane. You got in the jet, right?
You know?
They're here driving their cars,
Every time you get up.
riding their bikes,
You're like, hey, we'll see you
walking
later.
their dogs.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're just like, phew.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the difference.
And you'll notice it quick, too. You notice this. People are moving.
Oh, it's
slow
nuts.
motion.
It's crazy the people you start bringing in.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Martin? Good to see you, brother. It's the people you start bringing in that are so cool, moving you forward towards your goals, hitting everything together. Like, that's what it's all about. Ron and I, we set our whys down. We're going to change not just the city, we're going to change all of the gateway cities, right?
Mm.
I used to call them depressed cities. I used to, because that was their current state. But we're going to change that. We're going to shift. The model we're building right now, it will work well here in our city. We're testing it out. We're playing with it, working in New Bedford with it.
You know?
Building it out, it's designed to help gateway cities. Right? And there's 250 of them across the country, so we're not running out of a job anytime soon.
Yeah, imagine if you ran a shitload of people through Agent Alchemist, they all started just buying up shit.
Dude, just buying it up, adding value,
Yeah.
improving the rent system, like, think
4
about
billion.
it, man. Yeah.
It's not much. It's not much.
It's not
Couple
much.
more assholes like us running around. It might be a lot different in 2 years.
It's true, right?
Yeah.
As we're, instilling everything into the communities, making it a better place for people to live, making it a better place for investors,
Yeah.
just making more opportunity
able to enter.
available. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's what we're doing, and that's what every one of you is a part of, right? Regardless of where you go, if you're in the North Shore, the South Shore, the coast, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, out in Arizona, Texas, that's the effect that we're gonna have all the time, right? So all the teachings that we're bringing, all the stuff we're putting together, it works in Fitchburg. It works in Fitchburg. It works in every market.
Yeah.
Anywhere that's a gateway city where the prices are low enough, where landlords just can't fix their stuff, it works. right? Because we figured out ways to do it. How to get the properties low, how to get them financed, how to get them fixed, how to attract the right tenants, how to raise the value of the building so the rents go up. These are all strategies that we've built and we're putting into a package so you guys can have it. And that, in this team, that's the mission of this team, is to get out there and educate. Teach people how to invest the right way so that they can make a ton of money. And improve the cities that we're living in. You know? Super simple. Not complex, right? Does it take a lot of money? Yes, of course it does.
$4 billion.
It doesn't have to be my money though.
OPM.
Doesn't have to be your money. We're bringing money in. Our investors make money from us. Ron and I were talking, like, we have 3 clients. We have our team, we have our investors, and we have our sellers. Those are our clients, right? Like our students, our team, you guys were educating, we're teaching you how to go out and operate. Our investors, our job is to make them money, right? We want to make them more money every single month. We want to make sure that consistently they're getting a good product every single month. They put money in, we give money back,
Boom.
right? High fives, good feelings, text message, emails, like, be a little better than the rest, right?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, my REITs never shot me a text saying, hey, hope you're having a great day. We do. Just checking in. Hey, we got an event coming up. You want to come in? Like, there's little extra steps that we do, a little above and beyond. Those are our clients.
Yeah.
And then the sellers are the other client. But in reality, we don't work with the sellers, right? We work with the lenders, the attorneys, we work with the wholesaler.
Yeah.
So we were looking at it, dude, the seller's not our client anymore. The wholesaler's our client, right? The agent's our client. Because the wholesaler brings it in, the agent puts it out. We don't even talk to the seller or the buyer anymore. We're so disconnected from that element. So it's this next level of who are our clients and who are our clients' clients. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And how can we serve you guys as either the wholesalers or the agents? Like, how do we serve you guys so that you can serve your clients? Right? It's a totally different conversation. Right? We're at a whole different level because you find you have to be. And you guys will find wherever your niche is, whatever you're looking to do in life, we'll line you up there. We're gonna get you there. Lifestyle architecture, to build a fun life, like super cool, and it'll all work out. And stay focused on what you want, stay focused on building the dream and what you're going after, and the money just shows up. It just comes in. Looked at my bank account yesterday, there was 7 deposits from the property manager. I'm like, yeah, okay. It's just money from this one, this one, this one.
Check.
And then from Keller Williams, we get a little profit sharing check. It's not a lot, right? But it comes through. It's just a little chicken.
Rain on me.
Right? I look at my dividends. I got 19 dividends that just came in. Like, ooh, little trickles. I like those. I look at my Webster account, my bank. 3 cents in my savings. Well, whatever. You know?
Little trickles.
Other
pennies
little
hit me.
trickles.
Amen.
I'm saying, in fact, I out-earn my Webster account just by finding pennies on the ground. I swear to God, I earn more.
1,000%. I collect change.
So, I pick 1 quarter up, I've out-earned for life.
That's a good slick way, Big. You want to know how to double your dividends from the bank? Collect change.
It's nuts. You can increase your income like that.
So funny.
So there's a lot of different ways to increase income. There's a lot of different ways but you got to start practicing it. I would strongly suggest if you don't have a Robinhood account, go and get one, open it up. A stock that I will tell anyone that I feel super confident in is either ORC or ARR. Those 2 REITs, they're not super high earners, but they're 10 to 12%, and I've had them for years. I trust the companies, they've done a great job for me. So yeah, raise the stock share, right? A couple of pennies. But I don't hand out a lot of, because a lot of the other ones I play with are riskier, but these, read them, right? They've been around, they're boring stocks. Right, they're real estate investment trusts. They just sucked up a whole bunch of money to go refi. They refied to go and make some moves, so that scares people because they don't understand how REITs operate. But for me, I see a REIT pulling money out, like taking all the loans. I'm like, oh shit, there's a big move coming.
Yeah,
right, they're recapitalizing.
Consolidation.
Yeah, like they got some plays coming up, right?
Execute.
Now it's laser charged fire.
Building comes out of nowhere.
So that is how we're gonna end this. We're gonna jump into videos right after this. We're gonna do the Facebook videos. It is key, being known, being seen, educating, spreading your why. When you communicate with your purposes, what you're looking to do, other people will come in to help you out. They will service your people too. That said, get the money. Oh, we already did.
Get the deal.
Get the deal is next, because we discovered that when you have the money, you still need a deal, and without a deal, you don't have any money. So, Get the Deal's coming up. It's January 25th and 26th. It's Saturday and Sunday. Invite people, bring them along. It's $200, and I would strongly admit, let them know that for 2 days of training, $200 is dirt cheap.
Yeah.
There is nobody else who's going to
So
teach
much
what we're going
info.
to teach for $200 for 2 days. And I guarantee you I will sell something else. I'm going to let you guys tell me what it is. I swear to God. Like that, I will go through the whole training, find out what you want, and then I will sell it, and then I will go build it. And that is, whatever you, as we're going through these, I'm recognizing there's stuff we're missing. Cool. I'll go build that. Is that cool?
Yes, sir.
Guys, GoldStreamRoller.com /intensive. Check it out. I'll see you guys out there.